Yo.
What up? Weird. There's a whole subset of people that want to fuck the My Little Ponies. It's really fucking weird. Dude, I don't know if I can even look directly at you. This is...
Well, on that note, what's up, everyone, and welcome to the 28th issue of Why Am I Nervous? Yo, What Up Comics. For each and every week, we get together to talk all things comics. From old to new, fan theories to what ifs, we've got you covered. I am, believe it or not, Cameron James, without a beard, and this is what I actually
the beardless
like.
wonder.
The beardless wonder. I don't fucking know what it is now, but that's me, and that is none other than the Golden Voice podcast, Matt Ferreira, who didn't recognize me.
Well, obviously that fucks me up. I recognize you, but it fucked me up. Let's be real.
It's like you said. Like I said to you before, I wish I recorded Steph's reaction because it was fucking epic. She was pretty much she was crying. She wouldn't touch me. I don't know. She pretty much called me. She pretty much told me that she was gonna leave for the night. I don't know. She's lying, but it was pretty. it was the best reaction I've ever had. And like you said, normally when I shave my face, because I do it once a year, I don't have fucking long hair to my shoulders. So now I look like a fucking, I don't know if I look like a skateboarder or a fucking emo kid. I don't know. Or I just look fucking fat.
So now you're a skater boy. Steph said, "See you later, boy."
That was
just an Avril Lavigne song?
That was fucking, I might be an Avril. But like I said to her, and I said to you before, like, I look young as balls. I look like a fucking 28-year-old.
Young as balls. You look younger than 28.
Oh, there you go. So that means when I'm 50 and I shave my beard off, I'm going to look fucking like a fucking 30-year-old.
Yeah.
But like I said, I need stronger chin lines. Maybe if I fucking stop eating Oreos.
Yeah, but Oreos are good as fuck.
It's the fucking cheeks. The fucking cheeks are fucking. Oh, by the way, side note, I just need your information for that workout world. Jersey Strong. There's our pitch. Jersey Strong.
Oh, really?
We're coming to you. We're joining.
Jersey Strong. We're on the way. Oh, fuck yeah. I'll cancel my other gym membership then.
Yeah. Planet Fitness?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, Planet Fitness. Yeah, fucking try to charge me $40 because of fucking pandemic. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Well, honestly. It's like Blink Fitness is like, you owe us $135. I'm like, you can eat a dick. I haven't been to New York City in like 8 months.
Blink Fitness?
Yeah. There's the gym next to my job, which like for a while they weren't charging, and I honestly it's my fault. I completely forgot. I should have canceled it.
There's a fucking
I just paid them that today.
Who fucking works out with a goddamn mask on?
I mean, Batman. Spider-Man, Daredevil.
But they can breathe.
I mean, they can all breathe. The Spider-Man's the one with the full-on mask. I mean, Moon Knight.
They're not bench pressing.
They're out there. They're fighting crime. That's a workout. That's exercise.
It's different. They're not bench pressing.
Red Hood.
He has like a fucking goddamn helmet on, though.
Yeah, it's probably worse. You know how hard it is to breathe in a helmet? By that note, all the Power Rangers.
Their helmet's like fucking has like air conditioning units probably built in it. Or if you look at it, it has like ventilation systems.
It's ventilation systems.
I don't have one of the old. Remember that fucking toy that used to click its legs?
Oh yeah, and it flips ahead. Yeah, dude, that was my shit.
those are good ones. You could probably still find them. Place on our Instagram.
Oh, I probably still have them somewhere. They're probably still in my parents' storage unit.
No, there's a place on our Instagram with like Time Capsule Comics that has or Time Capsule Toys. I don't know, something. They always pop up toys and they always show like people. I'm like, fuck, we gotta go. It's a lot of money because we'll have a new episode of 47 and 10 this weekend, which we're gonna be recording. I think we're going to Union. I just don't know where we're going. Yeah, but we're going to Union, so
it's happening.
That should be good. Hopefully, they have something good. The last place, Geekery, was good. The one place we're not gonna name, obviously, because they're all great shops. The one place I just didn't. I thought their comic section was a little weak. You know which one I'm probably talking about. But their action figure selection.
Yes. I know what you're talking about. They did have, if I'm not mistaken, they did have a good comic selection. It was just kind of all over the place.
There's also fucking like 90,000 degrees in there.
Yeah, it was.
It's fucking hot as balls.
Yeah, it was.
I don't even know. I'm sure it's not good for the comics, but.
Yeah, what can you do? Oh, never mind. I had that confused. No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, that place was balls hot. The place was hot it makes me want to shave my beard off.
I'm trying to be more like fucking, young Bruce Wayne. I'm just like missing the height. I'm missing the height and I'm missing the fuck. I don't know. You got fucking Twilight doing it with a fucking emo looking haircut. Maybe they need
God. I mean, the fact that we're going to be in better shape than him by the end of this pandemic blows my mind.
I think he's working out again, isn't he?
He's not working. He's probably like, oh, I did 3 push-ups today. This
Bro, if I was
as
loaded as that guy, I would literally just fucking call The Rock and be like, yo, Dwayne, you have no idea who the fuck I am, but you're big as fuck. Like, help. SOS.
And he would probably just mail you back steroids. Like,
you think The Rock does steroids?
He has to. Look at The Rock in like 2005 and look at The Rock now. Look at The Rock in the movie The Rundown and look at The Rock in Jumanji. Like, that is 2 individuals fused to become The Rock. He's the boulder. He's no longer a rock. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, I'm fused right now. Like, I got like, I don't know what I should literally just turn my fucking camera off, but whatever. But anyway, once again, this is Why Am I Nerd? Comics. You can follow us on Instagram, Why Am I Nerd Official, Facebook.com/Why Am I Nerd. Listen to new issues every Tuesday on YouTube and your favorite podcast service. Looking for some video game talk? Listen every Monday to Why Am I Nerd's flagship video game podcast, Alpha Beta Gold, where old me, Cameron James,
the original Cameron
James, gets together with Jason, Justin, and just Matt, talk about none other than video games. However, if you're looking for a video game news podcast, this definitely isn't for you. But if you're a fan and want some honest, no bullshit opinion on the industry, check it out. And last but not least, don't forget to tune in every Wednesday to Why Am I Nerd's 4th and 1, where Matt, Sean, Anthony talk all things sports. Whether you're a diehard New York Giants fan, looking for some fantasy football news, or just looking to get some weekly recaps around the sports world, these guys are your one-stop shop. Sorry, jocks, we're officially making you one of us. So,
to nerd 'em.
Obviously, to nerd 'em, yes. There we go. We had a plan for this week's show, but we scrapped it because some scheduling conflicts mostly on my part, but I guess
it was a little all over the place. We all had something going on, but next week we're going to be back with our plan. We're not going to review a comic next week. We're just going to talk about our ideas with our buddies Dave and Kyle about where we could take DC Comics. I'm actually very intrigued to hear what you think of my idea for Batman. I'm very intrigued to hear what you think.
I'm intrigued by what you hear from mine too with Batman, but I don't know, because I kind of did it where like I kind of changed some stuff, like the origin story. I actually have 2, but we'll see. It should be fun. And we did have to scramble to read a comic for today, so you'll find out what the fuck that is. If you can't figure out by what I think, maybe we lead into this. I don't fucking know how the start of this episode even sounds anymore. But yeah, it's anyway. I'll just fucking say it's My Little Pony.
My Little Pony and Transformers. Let's be honest. It's friendship is magic in disguise.
Friendship in disguise. We will have a very honest review.
Is it friendship in disguise? Yeah.
Friendship in disguise. And quite frankly, we only read this because we had to scramble to get something, and we're definitely not reading the rest of it.
Oh my God, no, we're not. But it was that's been a morbid curiosity of ours for a while. I feel like every time that comes up on the new comic list, we're like, what could possibly be happening in that they have an ongoing series? Like, how is it not just one issue?
It should have been one issue.
It should have been.
We'll talk about that later. So, but anyway, moving on. Matt, tell us what's hot off the press this week, courtesy of the Planet Bugle.
All right, first off, it looks like Snyder thinks Steppenwolf is too scary but awesome. So Snyder cut version.
We're back on the fuck you. We're back on the fuck you Zack Snyder train.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think we've ever gotten off it. So while the visual effects artists might not be big fans, Snyder happens to think his version of Steppenwolf is awesome and offers as to why it was thought to be too scary. I don't know why I can't read that.
So let's just start off this right off that. While the visual effects artists might not be big fans. Okay. Again, the people that helped design this are not big fans.
Fair.
What the fuck? Like,
yeah.
Why?
Yeah. And by the way, this is from cosmicbook.news. So yeah. So basically, no one's a big fan of Steppenwolf.
He looks like a fucking dinosaur.
Yeah, he does. Interesting.
What?
Zack Snyder has also said the armor is a Space Knight armor, and that in the Snyder cut, there will be footage of Steppenwolf without the armor. So the final design remains to be seen. That's interesting because it doesn't look like armor. Like, how does he get in and out of that? That looks like it might as well just be part of his. Yeah.
He looks like he's like in a.
There's a little piece around his face where it looks like it might peel on or off, but either way, like
it looks like a gold bodysuit. or like he's like a gold. What's the fucking dinosaur with all the spiky things?
I mean, all of them. An ankylosaurus.
Sure, we'll go with it. Like it's just like the fact that this guy, I'm sorry, must be smoking massive amounts of weed to actually.
I want some of that. If he is smoking massive amount of weed, I want some of that.
I just don't understand. Like he's like really confident about this fucking movie. Like really confident about this movie. And granted, we haven't seen it, so we can't really talk too much shit, but we can because it fucking looks god awful. And you put fucking Hallelujah as the in. Okay.
Yeah, can we talk about that trailer?
Yeah, we barely touched the surface on this last week, but okay, so the first movie sucked, right? You're trying to redeem yourself. Don't you think you should have put like some badass fucking like rock and roll music? Like, I don't know, fucking remember when Thor Ragnarok like dropped?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh my god. And they put in that song. No, that's Led Zeppelin. Is it Led Zeppelin?
That's what it was. It was Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, it was Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. Like that was awesome. Like this needed something like that. This needed that treatment, and it didn't get it. It got fucking Hallelujah. And
it's and it's super slow. It's super bad. Zack Snyder wanted in black and white, which would have made it terrible. Why the fuck would you put an action movie that's all about a visual spectacle in black and white in 2020? Like, what are you thinking, Zack Snyder? Like, what is he smoking?
I mean, I want to know why he thinks that this Steppenwolf is even good. Like, even when you scroll down, you see like the full body photo. Like, that's not armor.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Like the only thing I can think about is it being, and I God fucking hope it's not, is I could see it being one of those stupid armor sets where he's like walking around and like he just like somehow hits a button or like the armor just like folds itself over him. You know what I'm talking about?
I hate that. I hate it when Iron Man did that, even though it made sense for Iron Man.
Is that who did it?
Yeah, Iron Man does it where his shit just like folds into itself. It's Immigrant Song. God, I don't know why it took me so long. It was Immigrant Song for Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, I fucking
that was awesome.
That. Yeah, it fit perfectly. Even the lyrics of the song flow so well with a Viking, Norse like character. So I'm all about it. But this just hallelujah. Like I'm supposed to be excited about anything in this film with that sad ass fucking song.
And that's what I'm trying to get. Like, what was he like? Who said, hey, let's play Hallelujah in the background of a movie that people are already skeptical about and think fucking sucks?
Because it already came out and it wasn't good. So let's re-hype people up with an impossibly sad song.
The only person that I know that, and he doesn't listen to this fucking podcast because he's like mad big in the video game world, that I've heard like bone over this is fucking Greg Miller. Like was obsessed with this movie. And I don't know, man. Maybe they're like friends or something like that. Maybe they like hang out or they're on like a first name basis. But I don't see how anyone could possibly be excited for this movie.
Yeah, like, I don't see it personally.
Like you're taking a 2.5 hour long movie, bringing it into 4 hours, cutting it into, I guess, 4 1 hour episodes, redoing the Joker, which we talked about last week, who needs a whole new fucking.
Why is the Joker even in that? Why are we wasting time with the Joker? Like, why are we wasting time with the Joker in this movie?
I mean,
like, why is he?
What were you saying?
No, I'm just saying why. There's no reason for it.
I mean, who knows? I mean, I think this is going to lead into a second movie, not by him.
I mean, the other thing is Zack Snyder has a tendency of doing it. He overloads his movies for no real reason. Like, think about fucking Batman versus Superman. There's so many subplots in that movie that just don't go anywhere.
Is that the one when Lex Luthor goes into the fucking...
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Well, the way they portrayed Doomsday in that movie is fucking terrible.
It looks like a giant Ninja Turtle, and it was just like, you don't start with Doomsday. You just don't.
I agree. That was like a waste. Like, okay, so you only gave Superman one movie, first of all.
Yeah, and he had a great fight in that movie, too. I actually like Man of Steel a lot.
Yeah, but he gave him one movie.
Yeah.
And then you throw him right into Batman versus Superman, which
like is one thing if it's just Batman versus Superman. It's another thing to have Batman versus Superman for a little bit like barely Batman versus Superman, and then Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman versus Doomsday.
Yeah, but if they did the true Batman versus Superman, they should have just stood by the Dark Knight Returns storyline.
I agree, which is what he tried to. He put in bits and pieces, and then there's also the weird thing where Superman's on trial. It was like, what are you doing? Pick a lane.
Yeah, but the Dark Knight Returns, like, okay, so now that you say that, the suit that they do in the, I guess it's tough because it's a fucking comic book. Like, I guess now thinking about it, the suit isn't that bad that he does in the movie, but it still looks more like a fucking Iron Man outfit with fucking bat ears.
For whatever reason, just his mouth is exposed. I'll never understand that. The coolest armor Batman has, hands down, is the Hellbat armor.
From what?
It came out like a couple years ago. Have you not seen this?
Mm-mm.
Look it up on your phone real quick, and I'm gonna intro the next part while you take a second here.
Okay.
So the next thing we have coming hot off the press here. Actually, I'm gonna skip down a little bit. What MCU characters for Deadpool 3? Because I just saw an article that
this armor just looks like the metal version of Batman Beyond. The red and black.
It's like badass though.
No, the best Batman armor is fucking from Arkham Knight.
I'll give you that. What was I going to say? So Deadpool 3, which MCU characters could show up in the threequel? Now, I have a side bit of news to come up with that because when I was looking at the last article on cosmicbook.news, now this article comes to us from CBR.com, but apparently the Deadpool writers are gone for Deadpool 3. So the writers of the first two movies are out, and they've replaced them with Wendy Molyneux and Lizzie Molyneux-Loughlin, who are basically only known for Bob's Burgers.
No way.
Yeah. So I don't love that move. Bob's Burgers is okay, I guess. It's never been my favorite show. I know it's wildly popular.
I've never.
But when you've got a property like Deadpool that's renowned, everyone loves it. It's irreverent. It does what it does. It sticks to it, and it just knows what it is, and it works. Don't break it. If it ain't broke, don't fucking break it. And that's what it looks like they're doing here. I don't love that. It makes me very nervous. Because, I mean, granted, I don't think it's necessarily hard to do a Deadpool movie, but if you've done it right twice and you succeeded 2 times in a row and the second movie's just as good, if not better than the first, there's no reason to do this.
Well, the fact that that Disney's actually going to make a rated R movie is,
it's probably going to be under the Fox imprint, but still, just
scrolling through who they think could show up, the list is like all over the fucking place. Like, just to go through this list real fast and rip through it, we could talk about it, is you have Sam Wilson's Captain America, which
I could see that.
Yeah, but none of these guys have even been hinted in his universe.
Yeah, but they don't need to be because Deadpool's basically immune to that. Like, Deadpool knows he's in a movie. You know what I mean? So he can just be like, he's going to make like a random reference to it. The same way he made references to like the Wolverine movies and Green Lantern.
But he was involved with those movies. Like Sam Wilson's Captain America, random as fuck. Thor, random as fuck. Korg,
they're all Marvel characters. Like Captain Marvel, same thing.
Yeah, but I don't get it. Like, I don't understand why they would do that. Like, they're not characters that he's like.
Yeah, but Deadpool at one point killed the entire Marvel universe. Like, he's an all over the place character. He's an all over the place character. Like, this is what he does.
But
like,
how are they going to incorporate that?
With people? Well, they're bringing him into the major Marvel universe. He's not going to be just part of like the solo Fox stream anymore.
Says who?
What do you mean? Why would he be? They're bringing him into the MCU. That's what this whole thing is. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think that's a bad move.
No, I think it's a great move. That's exactly what needs to happen. Deadpool's that character that can show up randomly in a movie for absolutely no reason, do something hysterical and stupid, then bounce out.
Not like Quicksilver.
What?
Like Quicksilver in the X-Men movies.
No, but Quicksilver was in the X-Men. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, but you know he like steals the scene, like in first class.
Yes. He can steal a scene like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like he would probably do that. But I don't agree with this. Like, I don't think
he's one of the few characters you can do that with. Like, Deadpool is that random all over the place guy that can just show up and be like, haha, I'm here for a little bit. Or like Deadpool could literally be doing something random in the background of a Spider-Man movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just who Deadpool is as a character. Like, that's part of his appeal.
Right, but he's also a mature character. I don't want to see him in a PG-13 movie. I'm not trying to sound...
The thing is, if they're smart about it, when they do it, Deadpool's going to be like, he's going to say fuck or something. It's going to be bleeped out, or he won't be able to say it. It'll be like fluffy or like kittens instead of being able to say fuck. And it'll be like, oh, damn it. Like, am I in another PG-13 movie? Come on, Marvel. And then he'll like walk off screen because he can break the fourth wall like that. Like, it gives him a unique angle to do stuff like that. You're like, that's funny. It's very tongue in cheek. Like, I get it. He's talking to me. Like, bullshit like that.
Yeah, but why would you? The only character that I could see maybe would make sense to me is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man makes perfect sense. Yeah,
but like,
Captain Marvel, and Thor, I think, are two out there.
So is Korg.
Korg lives on Earth now.
Yeah, but I feel like Korg. Believe it or not, now that you're saying it's out there, just based on his movies, like the Deadpool movies, I feel like Korg would make the most sense because he's
and he lives on Earth now too. Yeah. Like, plus Deadpool probably showed me like, holy shit, it's the Thing. You know what I mean? Like, he would like make that reference.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably, I could see him showing up in that, like I said, but I don't know if I can necessarily believe that I could see like Miss Marvel.
I think the cosmic level characters are a little bit too far. So probably not Miss Marvel, probably not Thor. I could definitely see Captain America. I could definitely see Korg. I could definitely see Spider-Man.
Who would you want to see?
Spider-Man would be a good one. I mean, that one makes too much sense off the bat.
What about non on this list?
I mean, if they ended up recasting him, Wolverine's another obvious choice.
I don't think you can have. I think that the problem with the Wolverine thing is that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have made such a funny banter about it online that I think
you think it would never live up to the hype.
I don't. I only think it would work if you bring Hugh Jackman back.
Well, yeah, I agree, and I think that's probably something they would do. I'm trying to think who else would be really good to see with that. I mean, fuck, if he was around, I would love to see him with Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. I think that would be great. But like, there's a lot of things that they can't do anymore, thanks to the events of Endgame.
I feel like his character needs.
Oh my god! If he did a scene with Scarlett Johansson, now that I think about it, but they can't do that either because she's dead in the movies. But they used to be married.
They were.
Yeah, they were married in real life.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I thought you meant like in the.
Oh no, not in the books.
I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I mean, I think the best option is obviously Wolverine, but I don't think it works unless you cast Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Yeah,
and I mean, I think he just some people that could be like. I feel like he feeds off of somebody that he needs to feed off of somebody that's like more of a like not as witty, if that makes sense. Like he goes well with Colossus because Colossus just kind of like, get the fuck.
Yeah,
like,
he's a stoic, like, oh, this is right, this is wrong character.
Like if you put like Deadpool with like John Bernthal's like Punisher.
Actually, that would be kind of interesting. Just Punisher just shooting him nonstop and him not dying. That would actually be really funny.
So I think characters like that would work as well. But I mean, fuck. I guess we'll see what happens. I just hope they don't botch the script because that's scary when you get rid of it. Like when you have two really good movies. The first one was fantastic. The second one was really good, but it didn't live up to the
second movie was completely made. As soon as like when they first go to that jail and they slide the food under the door and like there's a big knockback. I'm like, if that's Juggernaut, this is gonna be one of my favorite movies ever. Sure enough, that's exactly who it was. Spoilers if you didn't, for some reason, watch Deadpool 2 and are listening to this. Like, the fuck is wrong with you if that's the case? But, like, Juggernaut made that movie. I fucking love Juggernaut.
They did a really good job with him in that movie.
Yeah. And Ryan Reynolds, I think, did the voice, too.
Yeah, he did. And we've talked about this before, how, like, DC tries to make their their movies a little too like recently, not so much, but I feel like they stray away from like the source material like looks and how like gimmicky like the look actually is. Where I feel like Marvel's like, fuck it, this is what the character looks like in the comic.
We're gonna go for it.
We're gonna fucking go for it. It might not look that good on screen, but at least we could say.
Well, Juggernaut looks terrifying. Like, he was like 10 feet tall.
Yeah, but at least they stick with the source material, unlike some fucking Marvel, DC people. Zack Snyder, you fuck. So, but anyway, what do we got?
Next up, we've got from CosmicBook.news, George Clooney.
This is just dumb.
Yeah, this is really funny that they asked about this. Empire magazine asked him, if he was gonna return, and George Clooney was like, obviously not. Like, it's like, I had nipples. Like, why would I be Batman again?
But like the fact that he actually says like, you never know. Like, who?
I think he's kidding mostly, but like,
I mean, I've said it before. I think that he could actually probably portray. I know you think Iron Man. I think he does portray a decent Bruce Wayne. But like, if they brought him and Michael Keaton into Flashpoint, that movie's like dead in the water.
Yeah.
Like, that would just be bad. Because how are you going to say, because this is technically supposed to be, Batman and Robin was supposed to be in the Tim Burton universe, but I don't know.
Yes.
It lost its way. Like, at least Batman Forever kind of had the Tim Burton vibe. Like, it kind of still, like...
They tried, and then they were just, like, they completely sold out with Batman and Robin.
Yeah, but I do think that there was a different tone to Batman and Batman Returns and then Batman Forever, that Batman Forever, like, missed the actual Tim Burton, like... I feel like Tim Burton has, like, a specific, like, movie style. Like, when you see Tim Burton movie, you're like, that's a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
And I feel like Batman Forever kind of lost it a little bit. And then Batman and Robin was just like not even.
Yeah, they didn't even try.
In the same planet. I mean, I think that any talk of George. I think George Clooney's days is playing a superhero or fucking.
I don't think he even wants to. Like, I don't think George Clooney gives a single fuck.
No, I think it's fucking. What's it called? His damn his Nespresso thing is doing wonders for him, and I don't think
Nespresso.
I mean, the fact the bat nipples weren't the worst part about that movie. Let's be honest for a second.
I mean, there's a lot of bad things in there.
Yeah, the worst part about that movie was easily the acting of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but Mr. Freeze was terrible, and the puns were terrible, and the fact that they surf on doors.
Oh my god!
In the beginning of it, remember what I'm talking about? It's like
I know exactly. Yeah, like out of the building. Like, yeah,
it was like a spaceship or something like that. But anyway, fuck you, George Clooney. Sorry, we love you as an actor, but we don't want to see you back as Batman. You awake over there, buddy? Or are you gonna?
Yeah, my bad. Sorry, I didn't know if you were going to the next one. I mean, I got lost in a little bit of a hole here. I was looking into these new writers for the new Deadpool movie. All right, so
what do you got? What do you got?
I was just looking at them. I was just looking at what else they've done. And there's nothing that I'm like really into. Like, I was just like looking into their background, like, yeah.
So there's nothing that makes you believe in any sort of positivity.
All right, so Lizzie worked on The Great North, Bob's Burgers, Nerd Herd, and that's it.
Nerd Herd?
Yeah.
The fuck is Nerd Herd?
Nerd Herd is a TV movie. A couple faces unexpected parenting challenges when the father becomes a stay-at-home dad, decides to homeschool their kids. Not and, just decides to. That was a really poorly worded sentence. I do not love this track record.
What about the second chick or male? What is it? Male, female?
They're both chicks. There's A Great North, Bob's Burgers, Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally, Summer of '69, no apostrophe, Nerd Herd, and The Megan Mullally Show.
So they worked on the same things together.
Pretty much. I'm pretty sure they're sisters.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Well, I just don't get why you dropped the original writers.
I don't understand that logic at all. I really don't. That makes me very nervous for this. I really do not agree.
I mean, we can make bets right now what's going to fall on the fucking Metacritic or Rotten Tomato scale.
It's I don't know. We'll see.
I'm going 58 between 58 and 62.
I got to see the trailer. That's what's going to come down to. I got to see the trailer.
That's not fair.
No, I'm saying I got to see the trailer before I can make that judgment completely. Because like we've seen nothing of this so far. If the trailer looks like it lives up to the hype, it's not like Ryan Reynolds isn't still attached. And I do think he had a pretty significant role in terms of like developing the actual script. So I don't know. We'll see.
All right. I'm still going 58-62. All right, since you're obviously not paying any bit of attention.
My bad. Sorry. Campaigns to save Daredevil. I'm like, yeah, you got me distracted with that. David, I closed the link. Shit. Hang on. From CBR.com.
Go ahead. No.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was thinking I was going to load. From CBR.com, Twitter rallies behind hashtag Save Daredevil as Disney regains rights from Netflix. This is huge. So Netflix's Daredevil rights expired yesterday from date of recording, November 29th, leading fans to create a viral social media campaign asking Marvel and Disney to continue the story. Fucking please. I would love to see this on Disney Plus.
I don't think it would be on Disney Plus.
It's got to be. It's a fucking Disney property now.
I know, but I don't think Disney will ever put a mature audience TV show on Disney Plus. And I don't think you can do Daredevil unless it's mature audience.
I mean, I think they can. I think we already see they're making a rated R movie. Like, I think you just have a mature section that you have to have an age sign-in or something
for 2 movies.
Fuck it, why not?
They should. But if they're going to do this, though, then they should get also Punisher back.
They have to wait for the rights to expire.
So that would be who knows how long that would be.
Who knows? We'd have to look into that.
Unless they can talk to fucking Netflix, like, yo, look, we're gonna take back Daredevil. We want to take back these other guys too.
Can we buy it out?
Or can we cross? Maybe they cross platform it.
I don't know about that. I feel like they would lose too much money on that.
Why?
On doing a cross-platform, because platforms make money based on subscribers.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean. So
if Steph didn't have Disney Plus, I wouldn't subscribe Disney Plus to watch this. And I also think this show is too dark to be on Disney Plus.
I think you're too caught up in the fact that it's from Disney. I think they're clearly branching out a little bit here.
I don't understand how you can say that.
They're branching out. There's ways around it. Like they can put this is mature audience only.
Do you bring back the original cast?
They fucking better. Charlie Cox is Daredevil at this point. At the very least, if they bring the rights back, I would love to see Daredevil show up in other shows or like movies. At the very least.
But I don't know, man. I have a problem with that because I feel like the Daredevil universe that they made in Netflix is just like so much more gritty than like.
What do you mean? It literally takes place in the same year. They reference the Avengers.
But I feel like that's not what I'm saying. Like I was saying, like the way it was filmed. Like I'm talking about this in a filming standpoint. Like remember how we talked about how like the CW shows have that like weird overlay. Yes.
You're saying it's the same thing for.
Like this doesn't have the overlay as like a CW show. This has like an overlay of a more like, okay, that's mature. This is a darker, grittier toned show. Where like if you watch Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I don't think did they show a trailer for that yet?
I don't think so.
You can assume then that that's gonna have the same tones as like fucking the Avengers did or Captain America did, where it's a little more.
I would think it's going to be closer to the original Captain America movies. Where it's it's got some light moments, some heavy moments, but overall pretty story driven.
We're talking about
Daredevil. We're talking about what I think Falcon and Winter Soldier are going to be. Yeah.
But Daredevil, I feel like it needs to be a little more gritty. I feel like the Daredevil universe is kind of already set with Daredevil, Punisher, and the shitty ass Defenders, who I think they need to recast. They
need to at least recast Iron Fist.
Yeah, I like the girl that played Jessica Jones. I thought she did a pretty good job with it.
It's just the writing after season 1 went downhill because they had nothing to go off of.
What was the second one?
Her mom.
I thought that was the third one.
Was there a third season?
Was there a third season which is the season when... Oh, is it? Wait.
The second season's the one with her mom.
Yeah, but what's the one with when her friend becomes the what's her
Season
name?
3.
What is she? She turns into who? Something
Hellcat.
Hellcat. Yeah, that season was fucking brutal.
I didn't even watch season 3. I watched season 1, loved it. Watched season 2, and I was like, this is brutal to get through. It's like actually difficult.
Yeah, season 1 was really good. The girl that actually plays Hellcat's a really attractive woman.
They're both great. I mean, they can both get it.
Fair enough. But even the guy that played freaking Luke Cage, I didn't see the second Luke Cage because I was out after midway through the first one. I was like, this is fucking
dude. When they, and this is spoilers, if somehow you haven't watched Luke Cage after like 6 years, this is on you.
You don't need to watch it. We'll tell you that right now.
But after I was digging it, I really liked Mahershala Ali as a villain, and then he got killed, and I was like, why am I still watching this? And the new guy they brought in was just kind of dumb.
I didn't like when they killed the fucking barber guy that was from Banshee.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Like, he died like the third episode.
Sugar, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
But at least, like, it made sense, like, a building point. Like, okay, like, Luke's going to go out and get some revenge. And then, like, the main guy, like, Cottonmouth just gets killed. And you're like, what?
Yeah, and like, bring in Diamond back.
And it's just like, that guy was just so out of nowhere. Like, it just didn't make sense.
Well, the first season of Punisher was pretty good. The second season was the one. The second season they fucked up.
Oh, the second season they bring Jigsaw back, but he's got like the slightest amount of scars ever.
Yeah, they fucked up his character design real bad in that.
Yeah,
and even the end of you saw the end of season 2, right?
I don't think I did actually.
Where like spoilers if you haven't seen it.
Just
like,
spoil it.
Where like Jigsaw gets like shot and like walks like I don't know to like the freaking his like war friend who I think it is his like war friend who has like a rehab circle, and he's like dies on the fucking like just like he's dead. Like there's nothing climatic. He's just dead.
That's stupid.
It's really, really bad. The only thing about the Punisher character that I don't really like is the amount of punishment that he takes in those two shows doesn't make any logical sense.
Well, no, they do explain it in Daredevil because he's got, you know how like when your adrenaline's triggered, if you have your fight or flight response is triggered, like if you're in like a near death situation, like you have your body naturally like pumps in adrenaline. They explain it in Daredevil that he has a brain injury, that he's constantly in that state. So he doesn't feel pain the way a normal person would. It elevates your strength a little bit, stuff like that. Like his adrenaline's just constantly pumping at like max level.
In the second season, though, he's like tied to a chair and gets like fucking drilled in the kneecaps, I think, with a fucking drill. And he's like gets up.
All right, well, yeah, that's bullshit.
Like he gets like near death in that second fucking season, and he's just like cool, and he's like he like hulks up. I'm like, dude, you don't got superpowers. Like
also, like, you know how long the recovery from that would be? You know how few people would be getting punished while he was in like physical therapy for like a full year.
That's what I'm saying. But he like puts some duct tape on it and fucking walks around. You know, I hope. The only thing I can think of then is like if they can capitalize on the Netflix and the Daredevil, they would have to continue to give Daredevil that dark tone that it has in the Netflix show. They need to bring that tone into the Moon Knight show.
I would hope they do. Oh, actually, I forgot they're doing the Moon Knight show. That's something we could see. I would love to see that actually. A Moon Knight Daredevil team up.
Have they done that?
In the comics, they're both street level guys.
Well, Moon
Iron
Knight
Fist and Luke Cage have teamed up with them.
Moon Knight has that weird bullshit power that people really don't know if he actually has it or not. But I don't know. I hope if they do save it, I just hope they do the right thing. Don't try to make it this PG 13 bubblegum thing. Stick with what it is and stick with the cool fight scenes and the violence and I'm not promoting violence and saying, hey, everything's gotta be violent, but like unfortunately, like with that character they've designed, you expect really cool fight scenes, and unfortunately, you require violence. And true story, I actually didn't finish Daredevil season 3.
What?
I didn't finish Daredevil.
No, I heard what you said.
I know you did. I'm just telling you.
Go back and watch it. Like, what are you waiting for?
Because I thought Daredevil season 1 was not good.
What? Finish Daredevil season 3. Finish. Like, what are you doing? Stop recording. Go finish Daredevil season 3.
Right now, I'm currently stroking what used to be a beard, and there's nothing there.
Yeah, because you haven't watched. You're never going to grow in again if you don't finish season 3. Like, what's wrong with you?
If my beard will be back by next recording. I'll have a beard back. I'm like, hey, what's up?
Probably will.
Be back and full. But this last topic, I thought I actually came across right when I was wrapping up writing the script, which I thought was really interesting. Is there, if anyone has seen the Boys show and read the Boys book, which I recommend, don't do any of that. There is a character in the book called the Legend, and he's a blatant ripoff of
Stanley. He's a parody of Stanley.
Like 100%.
Yeah.
And this
I'd be pretty pissed if they did that.
This article comes from Screen Rant, and the Boys version of Stanley was too disrespectful for the show. This comes from Lee and McGuire. McGuire. The Boys parody version of Stanley, the Legend, is unlikely to show up in the show, at least the version which appeared in the comics. Pretty much in the comics, they have this guy that's the Legend that writes all the, I guess, I don't really understand. I guess he writes the cover-ups to what the soups actually did to make them sound better. Is that am I saying that right? Is that what he does?
Basically he's the guy who writes the comics that people read and they think they're based on the actual exploits of the soups.
But you find out that he actually knows the truth behind every.
Yeah, what's annoying is they tell him the real story and then he writes something new for them. What's annoying about the Boys is that everyone is a terrible person except for Huey and Starlight. Everybody else is an absolute awful human being.
I don't know. Frenchie's not that bad.
Frenchie still kills people.
So
I'm not gonna say he's the worst person in the world, but he's still like murder. He does try and make the female a little bit better. But I'm just saying, like, for the most part, you could put Mother's Milk in the same category.
I was that same too.
Yeah.
I think not having this, I think this would have worked if Stan Lee was still alive. If Stan Lee was still alive,
it would be so disrespectful to do it now.
Like if Stan Lee was still alive, I could see him be like, "Hey, we want to throw you in real fast to do a parody of yourself on this episode of The Boys. Are you okay with that?" And he probably do. He seemed like a pretty cool guy. He did a lot of, pop things like that. But do you think they'll do the Mother's Milk scene?
I don't think so. I really don't think they can. They paid homage to it a little bit with Love Sausage in season 2.
Yeah, but the way they brought Love Sausage into season 2 was fucking stupid. Like, he has like a huge arc in The Boys, the book. He's like the main focus of like the second arc.
He saves their asses a couple times.
Yeah. And then like the fact that he's just like blown away at the end, like so anticlimactically.
Oh, in the end of the books or in the end of the show?
In the end of the books, where fucking Butcher shoots with a rocket launcher.
He shoots him with a rocket launcher like 3 times, which like.
Wait, so is he
I have
dead?
so many issues at the end of that.
Is he dead in the book, in the show, Love Sausage? Did they kill him?
I think so.
That's it? They just show him with a huge dick that he has like a fucking ability to control? Like a snake?
Yeah, and fucking what you got? Mother's Milk? Like, was that his dick?
I don't understand how you fucking like the show. I think the show is
show's so much better than the books. The show is not even a question.
Yeah, but
it's not even close to a question.
But the thing that made the book like at least unique was how they attacked every comic book character like balls to the wall. Like we're gonna and they did it, but they did it really well in some aspects.
Right. That wouldn't work for a show. B, the show is story driven. There's an actual plot on the show. You can't tell me the book. There is not a plot to the book. What's the plot to the books?
Butcher wants to get revenge on the Soups because they raped and killed his wife.
Yeah.
Plot.
That's barely a plot. Like, and then tell me why it takes so many fucking twists and turns then.
What's the plot of the show?
We went through the plot of the show is there's an overarching fucking thing. Butcher wants revenge. Huey has his story. Mother's Milk has his story. It all kinds of ties in, and you're wondering, and you're looking at everything that Vought's tied into. They made an entire thing of Stormfront, who was a borderline throwaway character, has a major arc that actually matters and is relevant in season 2.
Oh, don't even get me started with that Stormfront bullshit. The fact that they're actually going to bring her back for season 3.
Yeah, I'm not shocked, but I was just about to say I don't think she's dead. I was actually just about to say I don't think she's dead. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they said she's coming back. She's dead. Like, there's no way.
She heals. They showed it early on. She heals, and she wasn't dead initially from that attack. If she was dead right away when they walked up, she was still speaking German and shit.
I don't like her character.
The only thing I thought was bullshit on that show was the last episode. Spoilers if you haven't finished The Boys. The last episode, Queen Maeve is just everywhere she needs to be right when she needs to be there.
I don't like when they do that in movies, period. I just feel like it's like a cop-out. Like, just let it, like, do so. Like, if it doesn't happen, it's probably going to be more surprising. I didn't like how they killed his wife in this show.
Oh, that was sad. She was hot, too. That was sad.
Yeah, I didn't like that. And then, like, Butcher's, like, kind of looked like he was about to kill the kid.
He was going back and forth. You could tell he was like in a fit of rage there.
Yeah. But then he doesn't. What happens to the kid?
Maeve shows up and he's like, home. She goes to Homelander, like, you're going to let them go. You're going to leave me and my wife alone. You're going to leave him and the kid alone. You're going to leave all the boys alone or I'm dropping this video. And then everyone goes on their merry way and Homelander jerks off on top of the building.
Which was originally supposed to be in season 1. But wait, so who takes the kid?
Butcher. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Butcher brings the kid to Mallory, right? And Mallory brings the kid into, yeah, sorry about that.
Do you think the kid's going to come back?
Yeah.
Which he should come back.
The kid is the insurance. The whole reason Vought wanted to keep the kid alive was his insurance against Homelander. That's part of the reason that they wanted the mother raising him, because he'd raise up to be a good person. So, like, if we need someone to kill Homelander at some point in the future, we've got the kid.
Which I think that's going to be the twist.
That's definitely going to come up. That's 100% going to come into play.
And he should grow older faster than, like, he should get to be an adult quicker, doesn't he?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Do they stop at a certain age? Don't they stop aging at some point?
Maybe.
I thought they stopped aging. Like, I thought they said like Homelander's like fucking mad old, or they slow down.
What's her face is Stormfront's mad fucking old. Stormfront's like 100 and something.
And I think they say like they slow down, like their aging slows down.
It might have been done specifically for her though, because her husband was like one of the creators.
Oh yeah, he was. And then she just like fucks Homelander the whole time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, again, I'll continue to watch the show. I'm not a big fan of it. I kind of wish that I would really wish that the book ended sooner. I think it had potential, but unfortunately, they fucking dropped the ball on that one. But
just a little bit. Before
we get into our featured comic of the week, Matt, tell us, what can we find December 2nd on the shelves from our local comm shops?
From DC, we've got Batman number 104. We've got Strange Adventures number 7. We've got DC's Dead Planet number 6. Batman and Catwoman number 1. Tales from the Dark Multiverse, War of the Gods number 1. Batman, The Adventures Continue number 7. Justice League, Endless Winter, number 1. The Dreaming, Waking Hours, number 5. Metal Men, number 12. DC Classics, The Batman Adventures, number 7. From Marvel, The House of Ideas, we've got Thor, number 10. Daredevil, 25. Miles Morales, Spider-Man, 21. Hellions, number 7. X-Factor, number 5. Savage Avengers, 15. King in Black, number 1. Black Widow, number 4. Champions, number 3. The Union, number 1. Atlantis Attacks, number 5. Null, Marvel Tales, number 1. That seems like it's named backwards. Shouldn't be Marvel Tales Null. Fantastic Four, Road Trip, number 1. Civil War, Marvel Snapshots, number 1. MODOK, Head Games, number 1. Well played, Marvel. I see the pun there. From IDW, we've got Sonic the Hedgehog, number 35. Oh, excuse me. We got Usagi Yojimbo, number 15. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 276. Transformers and Back to the Future, number 2. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Jenica 2, number 2. From Boom, we've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, number 20. Lumberjanes, End of Summer, number 1. From Image, we've got That Texas Blood, number 6. Unearth, number 8. And Inkblot, number 4. From Dynamite, we've got The Boys, Dear Becky, number 7. Red Sonja, number 22. Sacred 6, number 5. And Betty Page, number 4. From Dark Horse, we've got Spy Island, number 4. Alien, the original screenplay, number 5. Hellboy and the BPRD, Her Fatal Hour and the Sending, number 1. The Orville, number 4. Stranger Things and Dungeons and Dragons, number 2. And Overwatch, Tracer, London Calling, number 1. And now a quick word from our sponsor. What?
Hold on, before our sponsor, just a quick note. The Walking Dead Deluxe, the colored version, issue number 4, is actually getting released too. I didn't realize that Image and Image used to publish Skybound stuff, and then Kirkman made his own little side thing. So I believe that it's still technically under Image, but he's releasing it just under Skybound. So if you are a Walking Dead fan and looking for number 4 of the colored version of the Walking Dead storyline, it will be out Wednesday as well. So now, sponsor, player message.
Why Am I a Nerd podcast network has been brought to you by our sponsor, Me Moms. The best breakfast and lunch down the Jersey Shore with 3 great locations in Wall Township, Middletown, and Brick, New Jersey. Me Moms specializes in unique and fun takes on your traditional lunch and breakfast items. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can find more information at www.memoms.com.
Cool. We're back. And we're here to talk about our quick
it's going to be one of our shorter episodes, but our featured comic.
No, it's actually not. We're actually on perfect track. I was going to say quick. I was going to say quick as in like our quick turnaround for finding a book to read, which isn't even a book. I don't take it. You can take this one.
All right. So this is Transformers, My Little Pony, Friendship in Disguise. The writer is James Asmus and the artist is Tony Fleeks. In My Little Pony Transformers, the scheming queen, Chrysalis, casts a spell in search of changeling allies, but accidentally interferes with a distant Cybertronian space bridge and brings the Autobots and Decepticons to Equestria. As the dust settles, it's up to Twilight Sparkle, Optimus Prime, and others to overcome the menace of malevolent magic and machinery. That's one hell of a lot of alliteration.
So right off the bat, the thing I thought that was hilarious is like they make fun of this book.
Oh, yeah.
Like the first thing that they say, I think
is like, why would this crossover ever happen? Because there's a random pony reading a comic book.
And then they're like, can I get a second copy? Because this issue's already
because it rains.
It's like
it rains, so it's not mint. Yeah, it says it's not mint anymore, so he wants a mint copy of it.
Bro,
yeah, this
idea, like the guy must have been like tripping on acid and watching Alice in Wonderland. Like, this is so...
I mean, I just don't understand, like, who asked for this? This is our who asked for this week, too. Like, who asked for this? Who was like, God, I just wish My Little Pony would team up with Transformers. Like, we mentioned the Transformers and Back to the Future team up. That kind of makes sense because there's a unique car involved in that, like, all right, I can kind of see that. Like, Beast Wars with My Little Pony would kind of make sense. But My Little Pony Transformers makes zero sense.
Like none. And the best is like at the last, there's that stupid, like who's the chick Transformer?
RC.
Who like all of a sudden likes like fashion. Remember she's like talking to the one pony.
She's talking to the one pony because the pony's like, I own 3 stores, and then she takes down 3 Decepticons entirely on her own. I'm like, I mean, like, I'm not saying she's not good, but like, she's not even like moving. She just hides behind a force field, and the Decepticons like barely shoot back. They're jets.
Oh yeah,
like they're fucking jets. They don't even transform to try and actually fight her like hand to hand.
And they get tied together with like a fucking sheet or like a cape or something like that. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Or when fucking Optimus and Bumblebee are falling, and then who is it? What's her name? Fucking Sparkle, Twilight Sparkle, I guess her name
Twilight
is.
Sparkle. Oh no, the one that
catches him.
Yeah. She's like, oh, because you guys showed such good friendship, I'll rescue you. It's like, what the fuck is this?
You're right, because they're falling. Bumblebee and Optimus Prime are falling. Optimus is like, hey, let me fall first. Hold on.
Yeah, it's like Optimus basically offers to sacrifice himself for Bumblebee. Yeah. And Twilight Sparkle's like, don't worry, I'll save you. And it's like, what?
Like, how did they? What was the freaking like? I guess she's like a brown pony. I guess she's supposed to be like the bad one.
Oh, the evil unicorn thing?
Yeah, who had like the bunch of other, like they were like
evil unicorn things. Yeah, they're all riding with Megatron, who's just going to destroy shit.
But the thing is, like, nothing happened in this book. Like, okay.
Now, granted, we only read the first issue, and it did say to be continued. We just didn't want to punish ourselves that much because it's out there.
The thing is that literally nothing happens. Like, they do the ceremony. You watch the My Little Ponies like doing nothing except the fucking bad little pony, or unicorn.
The bad little pony.
The bad unicorn summoning something, which you don't really know what. And then in freaking Cybertron, obviously, where are they? They're in Cybertron, right?
They were started in Cybertron, then they're in Equestria.
Yeah, but when they're in Cybertron, they're just fighting, like, no big deal. All right, they're fighting, cool, whatever. And then they just all get sucked in like a portal. And I was like, wait, and literally you see Optimus falling, which we talked about. I guess Megatron's just like, cool, like, hey, I'm here. Like, what?
Yeah.
And then you see the other chick who's like getting a fashion statement.
Yeah, she for some reason they're building up Starscream. Like Starscream is like, oh, this is gonna be my new homeworld because why? And so like all these little ponies are like cleaning him off and making him a crown. RC comes out of nowhere and kicks him in the face. And then makes friends with the other pony, and then Starscream comes back and doesn't transform.
He doesn't. He just stays in the fuck. And who's he with? He's with somebody else.
He's with two other. I forget. They give you one thing. I will say this book did do well was list all the characters who appear in it in the beginning with the brief description of who they are. Yeah,
they did.
Yeah, on like the first or second page.
Oh, I probably skipped it. I don't feel like opening it right now.
Yeah, but it was like. Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots, and then it was very basic descriptions for the rest of the Autobots. It was like Bumblebee and Autobot, like Grimlock and Autobot. Like,
I mean, this is definitely something that I kind of wish I was high and read it because I kind of think it'd be funny.
I feel like this is something I would get high and watch. I don't think it's something I would get high and read. Like if there was, for some reason, a movie of this, I would probably get super fucked up and take a shot every time something dumb happened.
I mean, the way they
call an ambulance because I would have alcohol poisoning.
Well, the way they designed the front cover, it almost looks 3D. It's kind of trippy. I remember when I bought this, I bought like the fucking like $30 cover because I guess I bought it, and the guy at Comic Crib was like, "Oh, you should buy this other cover. They come together, like they make like a picture. They don't make a fucking goddamn picture. They don't do goddamn anything. No, so I just got some stupid. I got 2 copies of this now. The fuck am I gonna do with 2 copies of Twilight? Fucking Transformers and My Little Fucking Pony. Friendship in Disguise. Like, come on.
What does that even mean? Like, I understand, like, friendship is the pun. Magic is whatever they're thinking. I get it's a pun. No, I get it. I understand it's a pun. I know they're robots in disguise and friendship is whatever for the My Little Ponies. But, like, what the fuck does friendship in disguise mean? Like, it doesn't work. Like, that phrase doesn't make sense.
like grammar. Yeah.
Grammatically, it makes like, how is friendship in disguise?
I mean,
someone undercover?
The other thing, too, is the guy, James Asmus and Tony Fleece, they're not even. They don't even write everything else. This guy James he's only written the first like 1 through 2, and then they're switching writers for
That's hilarious.
3 and 4.
I did not know that.
3 and 4 switching writers, and I think 5 and 6 is switching writers. You're gonna have 3 writers writing this fucking thing, which
that's actually great.
Actually makes sense because it tells you all their names on the top. So,
well, I will tell you, I looked back. I just looked up James Asmus. He's worked on a couple movies, including Crazy Hank, Wake, The Gordon Project, and Hate Fucking.
Hate Fucking?
Yeah.
What is that?
Like, I guess when you you're banging someone you don't like. Oh, he's worked on Quantum and Woody. Quantum and Woody's actually not bad. I'm surprised to see
what is that?
It's a superhero duo that they're bonded together by these like arm bracelets.
Wow. It's almost like Ralph Inesco, my movie with the guys that smoke weed and get powers. Yeah, fuck you. Haha. I wrote it first. So Seth Rogen or whoever took my concept. But anyway, tell us, Matt, what the fuck is our shenanigans engine this week?
This week, it's a little bit of a weird one. It's actually featured in the backdrop of my picture here. It's New York City. Because in the comics, Marvel Comics especially, so much random bullshit happens in New York City that I have to say it's borderline impossible. Every major event takes place in New York. 90% of the heroes are based in New York. 90% of the villains are also based in New York. All their actions that make them heroes take place in New York. I understand it's the largest city and one of the best cities, if not the best city on the face of the planet. But what the fuck? How? How is that possible that nowhere else has this explosion of superheroes and supervillains or attacks on a regular basis?
Where do you think Gotham is? Someone asked me, someone said to me today, where would Gotham be if it was actually a city? They're like,
DC has announced this. This is a real thing. Gotham is in South Jersey. Metropolis is in Delaware.
They announced that?
That's a thing. Like I'll send you it following this.
I said I said Gotham would have been like Brooklyn or fucking like Philly type thing.
I can see it being something like Philly because it's not big enough to be. If you Google it, if you say where's Gotham into Google, it says state of New Jersey. Gotham City is traditionally depicted as being located in the U.S. state of New Jersey, but the look and atmosphere has been influenced by cities such as New York and Chicago.
Chicago, I get that. I can see that.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's located and it's like directly across the harbor or whatever, like that little like hook at the bottom. It's right across from Metropolis, which is in Delaware.
That's interesting. But we might have some other guests coming on the show too. We did a podcast, the Monmouth County Memes, and the guys' names were JR and Max. And we were on it, and they asked me what my favorite superhero was, and that started a tangent. And
I need to listen to this.
The one guy, I believe it's JR. I didn't really get their names while I was there, or if I forgot. He's a Batman guy. I'm like, fuck yeah, you're coming on the show. And then the guy Max is like, yo, Captain America. Who the fuck? I was like, what? Captain America? Who the fuck? Like, no.
I know a few people who are Captain America fans.
So I told the two of them, I was like, the two of you need to come on, because then I pissed the guy JR off because I told him that Breath of the Wild is a shitty game. And I'm sticking with that. That Breath of the Wild, Zelda's Breath of the Wild is not that great of a game. So we might have those two guys on one of these shows. Then the guy Max also, as I'm leaving, goes, says something about LeBron being the best basketball player. That set me off. That fuck off.
He is, though.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Oh my God, this isn't the wrong show. Wrong show for this. No, nobody that listens to this show probably gives a fuck about the fraud, James.
He's not a fraud. What are you talking about?
He's a fraud.
But anyway, to cut back fraud. Really quick, the Atlas of the DC Universe was published in 1990, and that shows Metropolis is in Delaware and Gotham City is in New Jersey.
Dirty Jersey.
There you go. Batman's from your home state.
I bet you it's in my 100 Batman facts thing that's over there.
Probably. Were you born in New Jersey?
Yeah, I was born in fucking Long Branch. Or this.
Yeah, no shit.
We still have this thing. Hold on. I gotta get it. Oh my God. Thing was a fucking ton.
Oh, damn.
The Batman, the definitive history of the Dark Knight and beyond. And it's fucking... Jesus Christ.
We looked at it a little bit before, yeah.
Yeah, so if you're watching this, you can see that we have... Oh, whoops, I just broke something.
It's a pop-up book.
Fuck you. It is a pop-up book. They do... Oh my God, Speak of the Devil.
What's that? Is that Red Sonja?
No, it's fucking...
Oh, Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze. Ah, that's funny.
You gotta read it. They never did do Poison Ivy's character justice.
No, they didn't. I mean, they do on Harley Quinn.
Dude, they just need to take that fucking show. They need to take Harley Quinn and make her look like Harley Quinn in the fucking comics and make Poison Ivy look like they do. Give them that interaction and call it a fucking day. Stop with the fucking tattoos. So fucking stupid. But anyway, once again, this is Why Am I Nerd? Joe Comics. You can follow us on Instagram at Why Am I Nerd Official, Facebook.com/Why Am I Nerd. This is new issues every Tuesday on YouTube and your favorite podcast service. As I mentioned earlier in the episode, check out Alphabetic Gold, which gets recorded normally on Tuesdays or Mondays. That's out, but this week we had a bit of a hiatus because of, again, scheduling conflicts. And then the 4th and 1, which goes out on Wednesdays, and our new show,
Shonen Showdown.
It's Samurai Showdown. Sorry.
Nope. Shonen Showdown is coming soon. That's going to be an anime and manga podcast. And we're also going to have, at some point, once we can actually get in person with some new microphones, the French Roast, which is our no holds barred, anything goes, super rated R, possibly rated X because we say fuck a lot, podcast.
Yeah.
So
and it's a show that you can't judge us on the things that we say on that show. You cannot judge us and say, these guys talk. No, if you want to judge us. Oh, and don't. But one more thing. I would just like to give a big shout out to our YouTube page because we have officially gotten our first thumbs down.
Oh.
Our first thumbs down. It was not Yoda Comics. It was another show. It was the video game show.
Alphabetic Gold.
Yeah, they got their first thumbs down. So big round of applause to the guy that, or female, male, them, whatever the fucking lingo is now, that gave us the thumbs down. I personally, Cameron James, would just like to give you a big thumbs up as well. Say, go fuck yourself. You're a piece of shit. And I hope you fucking never listen to a fucking podcast day in your life. And you know what? If you want to be on the show because you think you're such a fucking hot ass, you're just like a fucking Yelp reviewer. You go behind your little fucking keyboard.
Hold on.
Come to my face, bitch.
They didn't even leave a comment. It was just a thumbs down.
Just a thumbs down. Thumbs down this, motherfucker. Come on it. Say it to our face while you give it a thumbs down. You listen to it for fucking 60 minutes. Kiss my ass. I'm Cameron James. That's the Golden Voice Podcast. Until next time, we're fucking out.